Hi friends, welcome back to Yoga with Sarah Trapani. I appreciate you being here for day 5 of this 10-day yoga challenge. You're doing great, keep it up. And I myself had to really press my motivation to do this class today. I taught a double header this morning, 2 1-hour classes in a row. And I came home and just felt like, ugh, how can I do it? But we're gonna do it. We're committed to doing it. And we're stepping on the mat for a brief practice today. A little gentle practice to stretch the whole body and feel better. So grab your mat and let's get started. I appreciate you. So let's start today's practice in a cross-legged upright seat, either ankle crossed on top, and rest the hands over your knees. And just start to circulate your hands around your knee joints, offering some warmth to your knees, some love to your knees. Gently closing your eyes and arriving on your mat today, arriving in this practice. Tuning into that sensation of warmth surrounding your knee joints. And just relaxing your face, your jaw, your eyes, and then letting the hands cup over the knees and lean back a little bit, aligning the crown of the head over the tailbone. And take a moment to set your intention for this practice and your reason for getting on your mat today. You can always return to that intention throughout the practice to help guide and inspire your effort. And with feet flexed, let's start to lean forward. With the feet flexed, you feel a little more stretch through the outer hips. And we're going to inhale, look forward. We're going to exhale, traction the belly toward the spine as you wrap the hands in front of the chin, in front of the shins, chin toward chest. And then inhale, spread your chest, look forward, look up. And then exhale, we're going to draw back, chin toward chest. So we're working with this a few times, waking up the spine. Inhale, and then exhale. And then inhale, reaching the arms up. Stretch the fingertips right up away from your hips. And then we're going to take the right fingertips over on the outside edge of your right hip and stretch your left arm up and over, reaching long from that left hip all the way through the left fingertips. And inhale, and when you exhale, come on up, lifting through the crown, and take your left fingertips over and stretch your right hand up and over, letting that right outer knee and sitting bone touch. Try to drape the left shoulder away as you inhale through the right side, and then exhale, come back to center. And we're going to swing the arms forward, bring your knees in, and lightly cross your other ankle on top. Reach your arms up, fingertips stretch away from your hips. And then exhale, reach forward, fingertips or palms all the way to the floor. Breathing space into your back ribs, rocking side to side. And then walk your hands toward your ankles. Going to draw the knees in, bring your feet on the floor. Slide your left heel out and open your right knee, bringing your right foot to the inner left thigh. Let the right knee fall open and begin to walk your hands to the right. Your left hand can be on the outer right thigh or walk right around onto your mat. Look over your right shoulder. We'll take an inhale to sit up tall. Then we're going to exhale, turn. Reach your right hand for the outside of your left ankle shin or the outside edge of your foot. And then fold your left hand. Let's take our left hand and let's gather the left hand on the outer left thigh and give it a little press so that left inner thigh softens in and down. And then gradually fold. You can peek towards your left hip, breathing through the right side. And if it's available, slide that left hand around. Try to bind in the right hip. Inhale and exhale, drop your tail, gather your belly. And let's cross that left ankle in front. Draw your knees in, flex your feet, reach your arms forward. Just take a moment to balance. And lift up your chest and turn your palms up. Open your arms to a T. And then bring your palms in to press together. Uncross, feet on the floor. Let's do the other side, extending your right heel out right from the hip. Left foot on the inner right thigh. So create a nice L shape. We're going to walk the hands to the left. So it could be just gentle right hand on that left thigh, or the hands could walk around onto your mat. And it's okay if you lift your right sitting bone off the floor. It's really turning right rib to left rib. And we'll inhale, lift up tall. Exhale, we're going to turn, drop that right sitting bone down and reach your left hand for the outer left foot, ankle, or shin. And then we're going to take that right hand and press on the outer right thigh. So the inner thighs roll toward the ground. Peek at your right hip. Breathing there, lengthening that left elbow away from your right hip. And if it's available, you can swipe that right hand around. Try to bind. Gradually, the forehead may come toward the leg, but don't force. One more inhale. Exhale, drop the tail. Cross that right ankle in front. Squeeze your knees in. Reach your arms right up. Draw your knees in toward each other. Lift up through the fingertips. Look up, lift your heels. Then bring your heels down and gently roll over the knees, and we'll come into a tabletop. Now in this tabletop, we're going to start to gently rock forward and back. Rocking forward and back, just loosening up the front of the thighs, moving the spine, getting into your body a little more gently. Then send the hips toward the heels. And as you look at your belly, come up to tented fingers. Hasta Bandha. So there's a lift from the center of the palms right up to the underarms. Then we'll lift the belly and slide your right foot through between the thumbs. Keep the back toes tucked and take one crescent lunge, reaching the fingertips forward and up into a back bend. With the back toes tucked, it's a little more active. Toes are spread. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, turn the palms away from each other and press the palms down, back behind, and lightly interlace your fingers, tracking your knuckles down. Just look neutral for a moment. Then release your hands to frame your front foot. Lift your left thigh and step back into downward dog. Pedal out your feet. Just a breath or two in downward dog with the lower back lifting up and the head dangling down. And then let's lift the heels and drift forward into a tabletop position and start to rock forward and back again. Breathing here. You start to slide your hands forward a little more. And when you send your hips back, come on to tented fingers again, Hasta Bandha. Look towards your belly. Then lift your belly and slide your left foot through right between the hands. Keep the back toes tucked, and when you feel stable, start to stretch your arms up right up away from the hips. Find that crescent lunge, lifting the rib cage up off the pelvis. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, press the palms away and reach the hands behind. Interlace the awkward finger on top. Track your knuckles down. Lift your side ribs. Lift the back of the head. Inhale. Exhale, hands frame that front foot. Lift your right thigh. Take a step back to downward dog. And find an inhale through your nose. Exhale, let it out. Come into plank, bring your knees down, and we're going to cross the ankles and sit behind your heels. Uncross, extend your legs out straight, and inch your way forward, and gently come down onto your back. So we're resting on the back, letting the toes flop open, letting the back body rest onto the floor. Tuck your shoulders underneath your back. Bring your soles of feet together. Let your knees splay open into this bound angle position, allowing a nice curve in your lower back. Take your arms out a little more to a T or to a cactus shape. Allow the natural curves in the spine at the nape of the neck and the lower back, just for a couple moments. And then very gently bring those thigh bones into the hips and scoop your knees in toward each other and bring your feet on the floor, hip width distance apart. And let's stretch the arms right overhead, palms facing up. Press through your feet, lift the hips and pelvis any amount toward a gentle bridge with arms overhead. And the toes are spread, rooting through your feet. Inhale, breathe the chest toward the chin. Exhale, we're going to roll down upper back, middle back, lower back, melting down as the lower back rests. Press your hands together into prayer position. Bring the hands down through heart center and squeeze your right knee in toward your side waist. Give it a little hug. And then extend your right foot straight up toward the ceiling with hands behind thigh bone, calf, or ankle, or you could reach up for the toes. And a deeper stretch would be to slide that left leg out. And you're drawing that right leg a little closer toward your body. Letting the exhale relax your shoulders, relax your collarbones broadly across the wingspan of your chest. And then gently release your right foot onto the floor. Pressing through your right foot, squeeze your left knee in and give it some traction. And then extend your left heel straight up, hands behind thigh bone, calf, or ankle, or reaching up for the toes. You could slide your right heel out straight if that feels good, stretching out more deeply through the back of your left leg. Come back to your breath and a quality of softness in your eyes and jaw. Letting your back rest. And the inner thighs are moving apart. Then gently release your left foot down. Pressing through your left foot, hug your right knee in, hug your left knee in, rock side to side. Let's interlace the hands behind the head with elbows open and the head resting. Bring your knees over to the right and try to press your outer left elbow into the ground away from that left knee crease. And just keep your head kind of neutral, slightly maybe looking left, but don't force. Find a full inhale into the belly. And then exhale, pull the belly in, recenter. You could bring your feet on the ground for a moment to realign your pelvis right with the back of the head. Then bring your knees in toward your body, and then over and down all the way to the left, resting your knees, your ankles, your feet. Your knees don't have to be like totally stacked. That left knee is going to be kind of farther forward of the right knee. And it can be a neutral gaze, or you can look a little right. Drag your right elbow just subtly away from that right inner knee in a breath or two. Expansive inhale, and the exhale pulls the belly into the spine. Then we bring the knees back to center, and then bring your elbows toward the ceiling and elbows toward the knees to elbows try to touch. Then let your head fall back and take full happy baby, rocking side to side, massaging and nourishing your back body into the floor. Nice quality of relaxation in the entire face, the forehead, eyebrows, soft jaw. And go ahead and release your feet mat width distance apart. Let your knees knock in to touch. And go ahead and rest your hands anywhere on the rib cages or the belly for a brief final meditation. So really let go of the whole spine, and let all the areas of the back body rest into the floor. Finding a real sense of compassion for yourself and gratitude for yourself for showing up on your mat, making a commitment to take time to care for yourself and to listen to your own internal intuition. And that's really one of the key benefits of a regular practice, is you're able to tune out all the noise of the external world and tune into the inner frequency of your own inner guide and your own inner knowing of what's best for you. And we learn through our practice to trust that inner guide and to trust our own capabilities and your own capabilities to flow through the journey of life. Turning the corners of the mouth into a smile, let's invite gratitude for anything at all, for yourself, for this breath, for this moment. And remembering your intention, you can start to windshield wiper your knees side to side, pausing anywhere that feels nourishing for you. And then draw the knees in for a little tender hug and rocking and rolling a little bit on the back. When you're ready, moving very thoughtfully and intentionally, roll to either side and press on up to sit. Making your way up again into an upright seat. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, press the hands down through the central channel and thanking yourself for showing up. I thank you for you, and I wish you joy, peace, health, strength, courage, and always trust on the journey. Namaste. Very, very grateful for your presence in this challenge, in my channel, in my YouTube community. And I really appreciate if you could like, share, subscribe, hit that super thanks button, and you can donate to this channel, donate to my efforts. And I look forward to seeing you on day 6 tomorrow. You're doing great so far. Keep it up. Take care. See you next time.